How much could you achieve in a single day? If you were to set aside 24 hours, could you use your skills to make the world a better place? Could you do it by yourself? What if business powerhouses could break their routine for one day and focus their most skilled people, their most advanced technology, and their most visionary thinkers to tackle real-world problems? Could we come together to make the world a better place? Or would the pressure, the egos, the deadline prove too overwhelming? This is the story of Do It Day. 24 hours to change the world.
Most companies now understand that in order to survive and prosper in this new economy, they need to be involved in the whole social good agenda. This business has got to be about more than making money, it's got to be adding to society as a whole. The Drum is one of the world's largest marketing news platforms, but as a philosophy at the core of everything it does, we believe marketing really can change the world. Now that might come as a bit of a surprise to many, because many years ago, marketing was seen as very much a niche interest. It was carried out by people in smoke-filled rooms, perhaps selling products the world didn't really need. But over the last few years, thanks to technology and the rise of things like social media, marketing has gone mainstream. It's beginning to run through every facet of life. It runs through everything we do. It transcends business and goes into society as a whole. Now, the premise that marketing can change the world is admittedly quite a bold claim. Some might say it smacks of marketing bullshit. So that's why we decided, if we really believe that, it's high time we set out to prove it. And what we did was we challenged the industry to make the world a better place over the course of 24 hours. Now obviously, this is a really big deal. It involved centres in London and New York. It involved some of the biggest tech companies in the world, some of the brightest agencies, and some of the most innovative brands. There's a lot of coordination involved here. We got all these people together and we said to them, let's work out exactly what we're going to do in Do It Day. So the brands, the people who agreed to do something, set a challenge. They told the industry what they wanted to achieve. And then the industry used Planet Day to plan out exactly how they're going to do it and what they're going to do.
At Planet Day in London and New York, 13 of the world's biggest brands, including IBM, Unilever, and the United Nations, arrived with daunting, real-world challenges they wanted to solve. It was then over to our audience, assembled from all walks of the marketing industry, to dream up solutions that could be attempted in 24 hours at Do It Day. Designers, writers, coders, and producers, many meeting for the first time, were split into teams to work on their plans before pitching them to the brands in front of hundreds of their peers. Finally, we knew the scale of what would be attempted at Do It Day. And while lots of great ideas emerged, two extremely ambitious projects stood out. The trailblazing digital publisher Mashable would set out to reinvent volunteering as we know it. And Dennis Publishing, home of magazines such as The Week and Men's Fitness, would attempt to plant an entire forest, 10,000 trees, in a single day. But as Dennis Chief Executive James Tighe explains, choosing the best idea to bring this plan to life was a challenge in itself.
Well, you know, the great thing about Planet Day is that there was the winning idea that we chose, the Trees for Trees. Actually, there was another cracking idea. There were lots of cracking ideas that came out. So for me, it wasn't just, let's just focus on the one winner. I actually took quite a few ideas away from that, what we're working on now, from various groups. So that was, you know, for me, that was an eye-opener too, that when you put that many creative and talented people in a room, you don't just get one great idea, you get 6 great ideas, and it's down to you how you do them. The projects that were simple to understand and people get their head around, they really got engagement, didn't they, from the groups. It was quite chaotic though, wasn't it? But in a good way, in a creative way. The idea behind Trees for Trees and planting a forest in a day on Do It Day is really simple. It was a marry-up of the digital and the real. You send us a virtual image, be it a picture, photo, poem, whatever inspired you about a tree, and we put one in the ground. It was that simple. And I think it was that marriage between something that was really wide-reaching and virtual, and something that actually became a hard physical job on one single day that really worked.
And we can see the dirt on your gloves there. You've been hard at work. How many have you planted?
I have planted 4 so far, and I think the idea of planting 10,000 in a day sort of just pushes it.
Trees for Trees wasn't the only Do It Day challenge attempting to turn virtual goodwill into real-world people power. For Mashable and its executive director Ben Mayer, the ambition was to devise an app that would radically reinvent the way charities harness the skills of volunteers.
What I want to do is solve the problem of volunteering for volunteering's sake. We're all familiar with people being sent to volunteer and go and paint a wall or clear a playground. These people have amazing skill sets and those are not being accessed by charities. I want charities to be able to demand of the workforce that's out there and say, I need help with my IT infrastructure, I need some legal advice, accountancy, UX design, you name it, and them to be able to be matched with the skill sets that exist in large corporates. So through Do It Day, we had 3 teams of 5 on Planet Day working up what the ideas were, and we took 2 of those through to Do It Day, where we teamed up with some of the guys at IBM to really take it to the next level. So we were able to write the vocabulary, we were able to position it as an idea, but with sort of a collaboration with IBM, we were able to say, right, how does this interface with Workday or Namely and the kind of platforms that HR and CSR practitioners use? And also, how do we actually match the skills to one another? So for that, we reached out to LinkedIn and requested to use their APIs, both for skills matching and for certification. Because once you've built a platform, you need to make sure there's a re-engagement loop. And we felt by gamifying it and actually giving rewards for the volunteering that you partake in, we can actually make it work a lot more effectively and be sustainable over time. For Be Worthwhile, people are going to be the core. In any institution, you have a number of highly motivated people and they can bring along a mass of people. But it's going to take cultural change for people to want to volunteer. If you want to bring about social change for any project, if you think you can do it on your own, then you're crazy. You should collaborate and use the collective power that we have. I can't code, but I've been able to bring the constituent parts together to make this happen. I didn't want to be a person who said, oh yeah, I thought of that. I wanted to be a person that said, I did that. And thankfully, through Do It Day, I'm able to do that. It's really accelerated our project. It's opened doors with brands and partners that we can work with. And I think, if people believe they can make a difference, they can make a difference.
With a lot of help from the marketing industry, we helped crucial causes with 1 radio ad, 3 print campaigns, 4 new platforms, 5 social campaigns, and 8 outdoor campaigns, including billboards at Piccadilly Circus and Times Square. And that was just in 1 day. Could we have done this by ourselves? No. But together we reimagined what volunteering could look like and planted a forest within a matter of hours.
And that was just the start. Do It Day will be back for 2016, attempting to bring even more ambitious plans to life in just 24 hours. So now we have a question for you. How will you make the world a better place in just 1 day?